Hello, family, my Facebook family. You are welcome to Flash Show. And this is your very own Flavia K, the host of Flash Show. And this is a platform that I created where we talk about different aspects of life. We talk about social life, we talk about educating stuff, inspirational stuff, and motivational stuff. So please stay tuned and don't go away. Welcome again from that short commercial break. And we are actually, if you have not yet liked the show or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please take this great time to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't have to miss out on these great episodes. So, we are in the month of February, and this month of February is where we celebrate love. To me, it doesn't matter the kind and the type of love that you celebrate. It could be Valentine, agape love, romantic love, whatever kind of love that you want to call it. That's what it is. And um, as a church, I'm a church girl. I'm actually not a church girl. I'm a spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call me. But okay, let me call myself a church girl. We celebrated love. But as Christians and as a church family, we say we don't celebrate Valentine's love. Valentine's Day, but we celebrate agape love. So we want to analyze it and see what is your take? What do you think? Well, which route do you want to take? And before we go any further, I would give him an opportunity to introduce himself to us.
Thank you. My name is Paul Jenga. I worship at Anointed Worship Center. I'm a youth leader over there, and I was the part of the Agape Love preparation team.
Lately, I've heard people call you Pastor Njenga. Tell us more about that so that I can be careful with what I'll put out there.
At times people, when they see you serving, like they want to give a title to the name. But indeed, I'm just serving, I'm everywhere. I make sure like things are done the right way.
Okay.
And I think because they see me busy at church, they think, oh, I think he should be a pastor or he should be called pastor.
Yeah, and I think even the way you conduct yourself, because seriously, like I've been at that church for forever, but I don't think nobody would call me pastor because of my behavior. I don't see it coming. Anyways, so as a church, we celebrated. I also belong to AWC, Anointed Worship Center. It's where I worship from. It's where I serve. I'm a minister too. And so we celebrated agape love, the love of Christ.
Yes.
And we say that as Christians, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. That is the people of the world celebrate.
Yeah.
And as a church and as Christians, we all say, yes, we need to celebrate agape love because it is the unconditional love. It is selfless love. It is the love that encompasses all.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that?
Yes. So you see, when it comes to the Bible, the Christians, and the world, of course, the world, they call it Valentine, and the church call it agape love. And it's exactly what we just celebrated at Anointed Worship Center. And to agape for them, it's because it comes from a Greek word which means selflessness. Like if you are it's not a feeling, it is the way you express yourself towards somebody. Like you are selfless. It's like the way for Christians, the agape is defined as the love of Christ, the way Christ laid his life down, like in John 3:16 for the world. So that laying down his life and giving it all, the love is just, that's how it's expressed. Like, and that's how Christians, they've picked from that And that's how they celebrate. Instead of Valentine, of the romantic part, it is more of the spiritual part of acknowledging that I need to lay my life to somebody. And
I feel that regardless whether it is spiritual or non-spiritual, it is all love. Because even when people celebrate Valentine's love, like I could say, for instance, we say that Christians, oh, we celebrate agape love because Valentine's is all about the physical, or it's not genuine, it's conditional, like we are buying flowers, or we are buying gifts. So think about this situation. I only have uh, $50 on me, right?
yes.
And this is what I have to feed on me,
Yes.
or feed my son, and it's all gone,
Yes.
right? You know, like that widow in the Bible who gave all
last.
to the last. So if I get that $50
Yes.
and I buy you a present, right? I buy you flowers, and it's all gone. Isn't that really selfless love?
Indeed it is. It is, because when you look at it, you see, uh, so some love can be expressed through such kind of things. You can give somebody, and indeed, if Valentine, or the way Christians call it, like we call it agape love, I still expect my wife to give me something. You see, because
Okay.
we are
You're
in.
still expecting gifts, right?
Yes, something like
Okay.
a gift or like an appreciation or to acknowledge that, you see. So I can't just say, "Oh, I'm giving myself to you," because, love is a verb. It's a doing word.
Right.
You have to really put action
Yeah.
in it. So I still waiting for that action while I'm still there. It's agape. Yes, there is this love of Christ between us, but I'm still expecting that you're gonna acknowledge
Okay.
the love I'm sacrificing it to you.
Okay, great. So
Yes.
I'm glad, like
Yeah.
I'm almost there, getting
Yes.
the answer that
Yes.
I actually want,
Yes.
because I happen to interact with different people from the event that we had,
Yes.
and it looks like they were nailing it on the head. Like, no, no, no more Valentine's love. Christians, we don't celebrate Valentine, and like, no, 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 not in our parents. Like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you say that, at least you're, so, and I happen to interview uh, a young lady called Lindy, and this is what she had to say. So we are still about agape love, the love of Christ, and I'm so glad to have this young lady here, Lindy. Yes, and I want her to tell us, as a young person, my sister, as a young person, why would you celebrate agape love?
The reason why I celebrate agape love is because the love of God is very different from the worldly love. And I feel like it's different when you come together with a community that knows the love of God. And it's not just about like the worldly love where it's like different, but you get to experience the real love of God, and then to know what the community values and what it's like, and to learn more about to learn more about how God wants you to be loved and how God love each other.
So, how about a person who doesn't know anything about love, is about God? Is it worthy for me to walk in here and find people celebrating this kind of event, and I celebrate with them if I don't know love God?
Yes, because the reason why is because you need people who's in Christ to help you know more about God and feel the presence of God and feel the love of God. If you come in a community where everyone is kind and generous and know how to love and know how to give generate love, then you will know how to love, or maybe you might get out of the place and know how to love or feel love for the first time. So I think it's a great idea. I think it's a welcoming place for you to come, even if you're not really a Christian, but it's your first time experiencing this type of community.
Thank you so much. So, from that interview, this is a young lady who I actually thought, because this is like
Yeah.
this is what I asked, like as a young lady, I thought that you should be out there in the world enjoying Valentine's, exchanging gifts, and having more vibe into the world
Yeah.
world,
Yeah.
and having more fun and having that vibe. But to her, she's more into agape love, the love of Christ, the love, more into celebrating, learning more about Christ, learning more about the love of God. And to me, it's like, what have you learned in church from the preachings that you have got? And you hear,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You see, most of the time, you see, when somebody hears Valentine or agape love, they think boyfriend, girlfriend. Somebody feel husband, wife.
Yes,
You
yes.
see, uh, that's how the world defines it. Like Valentine, you have to give to the opposite side. Mostly, majority. I can maybe, if I try to analyze what she was trying to respond to, but if she comes to it in a Christian perspective, to know, even to receive a gift, or to celebrate the agape love, it does not mean that somebody, it has to be an opposite sex giving you something,
Right.
because it
Yeah.
can be your sister, it can be your mother, it can be your friend, it can be your churchmate, it can come from the church, the church member, church group, and all that stuff. So if that is the case, it she shouldn't narrow it that the agape love, it's all about. Yes, because it teaches not to be patient. It teaches to be kind, not to be rude, because the agape love, that's what it's teaching you, to mind about others, to not to have envy of others. So all these characters, it is just more than a gift. You know what I mean? It is more than just a love that you can just define that it is a worldly thing.
Right,
You see,
right.
because it is the characteristic of agape love. It's actually what we are living
Yes.
day in,
Yeah.
day out.
I get you, and I understand me. I'm a Christian. I love
Yes.
God. I'm a church girl. I love God. But at times, and actually not at times, most times, us as Christians, we have run away from reality. And regardless whether we are Christians, we are born again, we are so spiritual, but reality has to come in. So I feel like as a church, we tend to run away from reality, which actually impacts our lives. So when we talk about Valentine's as exchanging gifts and being more of, it's romantic, we should also incorporate it in our lives, because there are Christians who have really cut it out in their lives. But there are some values that we should carry into our Christian, into our spiritual life. For instance, exchange of gifts, right? It will teach us on how, okay, which gifts am I supposed to give, like maybe to our spouses, right? But for us, we are saying, no, it is the love of Christ. God did not give presents, did not give like this physical present. No, we are losing it. We are missing it. And it's not only like in this aspect of love, in all aspects of life. As Christians, as spiritual people, we have completely lost it. That's why we are messing up. We are failing in marriage, we are failing in businesses, we are failing in almost all aspects of life, because we want to separate ourselves from the world.
Actually, I think the maybe I would say the answer, or the the it is that's to spiritualize. They have spiritualized everything. Uh, to take my wife out for dinner on Valentine's Day, uh, it is an act that I have to show that I'm doing it, like it is I don't have to spiritualize that it is a worldly thing.
Yeah.
The way you're trying to say, it's very true. But it is not that, because you see, there is the things of the light and the things of the things of God, and they call it the other world, the things of the world. So, but the things of the light, it has to pertain as per this person we are talking about, Jesus Christ, who is the love, who God is love, and if you don't have it, so it is just the wording. So somebody spiritualizes the event and say that is worldly. As you say, it is true, because some Christians end up finding challenges in their marriages because they can't do those basic things, even to go out for a date,
Exactly.
even to play with their spouse, or to you can't, like, they feel like it is worldly.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
show affection, like to
yeah,
to your spouse, right in here, and they will
yeah.
say, "Oh no, that is worldly. We cannot.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is my man.
yeah.
This is my
Yeah,
wife."
they tell you that small kiss, it strengthens your relationship, but they don't want to say, I can't kiss. But no, you have to kiss. You see?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there is that spiritual. It is nice, but people spiritualizes everything, and then
Right.
it brings this, and then now when you go to where, and actually it's my biggest challenge when it comes to the Christians. When we go to church now, we start to look upon each other, like, you are not doing this, you are not doing that,
Yes.
instead
Yeah.
of we are all coming here
Yeah.
to get these teachings, to get nourished, to get to
Exactly.
grow, to get to know more about God. So
Right.
we are all learning. We are all in here learning.
And that is
Yes.
the most part that I also
Yes.
touched.
Yes.
Like we say, the as Christians,
Yes.
we show agape love,
Yes.
the love of Christ,
Yes.
which we are celebrating today. And if we are celebrating, you celebrate what you already have, right? You have graduated,
Yes.
and you are celebrating your degree. You've gotten married,
Yes.
and you're on your very wedding, and you are celebrating. You are celebrating. So I'm like, so today, we are celebrating Valentine, rather love, because we already have the love in church.
Yes.
But then the church of today is empty,
Yeah.
because people are hating
Yeah.
on themselves.
Yeah.
So what are we celebrating? Are we celebrating what we have, or we are learning? We are learning. We are here. You have invited us to say, okay, let us get here together, and we love. Actually, I interviewed one of the ladies, Mrs. Sophia Casvante, and this is what she had to say. Thank you for joining me here on Flash Show.
But you're welcome. I love Flash Show. I love it.
You look good. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always try to do my best.
Right. And so which occasion is this that we are celebrating today?
We're here to celebrate agape love, the love of Christ, the love that is better than any other love we've ever experienced. That's what we're here to celebrate.
So tell me more about the agape love that we are celebrating today.
So to me, agape love is the sacrificial love, the way Jesus loved us and sacrificed everything for us. So I looked for love so many times when I was in the world. I looked for love in like things like alcohol. I looked for love in friends. I looked for love in smoking and many different things. But when I came to Christ, the love I experienced was different. It wasn't even like even my mother's love, my father's love. It is different from what we are usually used to. So I don't know how to explain it. You need to experience it yourself. When you accept Jesus to be your personal Lord and Savior, there is this love that embraces you, that is different from the world. That love that makes you feel like everything else doesn't matter. Everything that I've gone through does not matter, but I just want to be with the Lord. That is the love that we're celebrating today.
Thank you so much for taking me deeper into agape love.
Yeah.
But as a church, we are celebrating, and as a family, we are celebrating love, which is the love of Christ,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And how about what do you have to say to a person who doesn't know about agape love, what it all means, that is still out in the world, that is celebrating the worldly love?
So I think one thing about the love that Christ offers is that you have to let him in. You have to go seeking for it. The same way we go in the world and you're like, oh, I see that girl. Let me go seek her out, see if she will love me back. No, I'm talking about the eros love, the one married people have. You have to seek it out. You see a girl and you're like, oh my God, I think I feel something for this person. Let me go seek it out. So it's the same thing with the love of Christ. You have to come looking for it. It is there for us to take, but you have to go a little bit, take an extra mile, and seek it out and look for it, and then it will come to you. God will come and embrace you, and you will experience it. The people who are in the world right now that are used to that kind of love, the same way they walked into the boyfriends, the girlfriends, their wives, and their husbands, is the same way. You can just accept Christ and pray and be like, God, I want to experience your love. And then he will slowly guide you to how to find it. And he will also express himself to you. It is as simple as that. Seek it out and it will come to you.
So if we say that there was agape love in church, unconditional love, the selfless love, the love for strangers in church that we are celebrating today, why is the church of today empty? Why are people running away from church? Because I would feel that you would want to yield to where you are loved. You would want to go to where there was love.
So something about the love, the agape love that we talk about, it is a very hard love to have or to experience or to acquire, because the qualities of, for example, in Second Corinthians, where the Bible talks about that love, it talks about love being patient, love being selfless, love being kind, love being non-self-seeking, and all that. So the reason why church is empty right now, because we don't want to do the work. We don't want to do the work. We don't want to be kind to each other.
I wouldn't want to do the hard work too. I would rather go out and have fun and have easy love.
But everything you work for is precious. Everything that comes easy to you. How many things that have come so hard to you that I know you've been married for a long time, right? Yeah. You've had to put in work in your relationship so that you can, so why do you want the agape love to be easy? You gotta put in the work. You gotta try to be kind. You gotta try to be, selfless. Reach out to others. Do the work. Christians, we don't want to do the work. That's why the church is empty. So do the work, put in that, because everything you work for is going to be precious. You're going to learn to keep it.
Yeah, so this has been Mrs. Sophia Casavante, married, and so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. We love Flasher.
Thank you. That is my beautiful kingdom wife.
Yes.
That I have on Flasher. And so my biggest issue that I put for her was, okay, we say Christians, we don't want to celebrate Valentine's. We actually want to erase that word out of our brain. But we are still dressing like the way they do, because when the dress code came up was red and black. Yes, black is not in those colors, but red was there. And we say the month of February. The month of February, we know it's where we celebrate Valentine. So why can't we say, okay, now let us choose our own month, let us choose our own colors, let us choose we completely do a different thing as Christians. So why are we still bringing back those little things into this tradition of agape love celebration?
I would say it's interesting. Yeah, how she responded to that, and the question too is very.
I know. Yes.
That's the real question. You
Yes.
see, it's the reality. Yeah, and that's we go back to where this thing of spiritualizing starts. But to answer that, I feel like agape love it is a reminder, and that's how it should be set to the Christians. It's a reminder
Yes.
of the love of Christ. It is the reminder so that if I've not been keeping this love going on, like the love of the one we talk about in 1 Corinthians 14:4, where it stipulates this is love is not this, love is this, love is kindness. So if that should be the reminder, and that
Yes.
should be the basis of it. Now, when coming to wanting to adapt to putting the month of February,
Yes.
I feel, for me, I would feel it is just to make sure like they don't get feel like, oh, I have nothing to do, I'm a Christian, like
Okay.
it's Valentine,
Yes.
don't know what to do. Should I? So because temptation now becomes high.
Right.
To,
She actually was, like, you could see, like,
Yeah.
she was actually in the same line. Like,
Yes.
if we give up the month of February,
Yes.
that means like we are giving into the devil. Like, we are pushing everything to them. Yes, we are giving up as Christians. We have given up. We have lost the battle. So it's like, yeah, we have to keep it like that,
Yes,
so
yes.
that we to show that we are still
Yes.
pushing forward.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
But at least, but it should be mostly like the foundation should be the reminder of people about the love, so that they don't confuse that all this dressing up good and coming to celebrate in
Right.
elegant place,
Yeah.
that we are trying to counteract what the world is doing, like trying to do this is our Valentine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now if we do that, that means we are just giving it another name.
But in any case, is there any way we can do it different other than because it's a celebration? Because in all celebrations, if people are dressy, right? People get so dressy, and
Yeah.
I would look for a different way. But yes,
Yes.
let me tell you, there was, because we say agape love
Yes.
is selfless,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But how about if we do it like this? That, like, because this is the love where you show to even strangers. How about if, as a church, we get up and we go to the community and we do volunteer work up there, and we say, yes, AWC, this month, next year, this is how we are celebrating agape love. We are getting up, whether we are dressed or not dressed. We go to the community, and maybe we go to the nursing home, and we give, serve food and give donations and give. To me, that would be really,
It can be one of the
yes,
things that
like we can
Yeah,
try to
caring.
twerk it around.
'Cause you
And
see-
like,
you see now twerking makes it look like we are trying to copy that and then trying to make it a different way. But if at least we do, like, it is because it has a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like that caring part. It can be, this year we are doing the caring part. This year we are doing the okay, how are we gonna teach people maybe not to have pride or to be selfless, how to lay their life down. But for me, I feel like it shouldn't be a day. For a Christian, agape should be every single day.
every single day. So that's the thing. So why do we signal out, like, why this big celebration? Because I feel like, yes, we've already loved, we already know the love of Christ, we already know what it is. So why this big celebration? That's why I would say, like,
it's
why
a
can't we
reminder.
go to the community and and we serve the community, we serve the people in shelters, we serve, and like, to make it, I like doing things.
I think it's a reminder to the Christians when we are together. Like, I remember the event. We had a moment where people were asked, "What do you, how do you want to be, to be loved?" And people would say, "Somebody to just tell me I love you. Somebody to check on me. Somebody to give me a gift." So people gave different kind of answers, but and you see it reminded them, like, oh, I didn't know that person just needed me to say hello to them. So I feel like for the church to do this kind of event, it is a reminder for
reminder,
them,
yeah.
like, oh, I need to be so mindful about my brother and my sister. Next time I don't just ignore. Maybe that small act of kindness makes them love God more.
Yeah, and that makes sense. And besides, as a church, we don't get involved into
Yes.
so many social activities.
Yes.
All we know is home family church, home family church. We don't go
Exactly.
to weddings, we don't go to parties, we
Yeah.
don't go to. So having such a little celebration actually makes us more of a family.
Yes.
Improve on our social skills, stuff like that. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
And then, yeah, you're able to. Some people today are gonna get to the floor and dance a gospel song,
Right.
which
Right.
maybe they would have never done it anywhere else. You know.
So coming to the music,
Yes.
do we play? Which kind of music do we play?
Actually, this one was strictly a Christian gospel music, and that's what he's been playing. So
With love slogans and love words, or just
yeah, some more love and a lot of things, because it's a bestly Ugandan church. So most of the songs were in Luganda.
Right.
So, but it was more of the love song about, just speaks about the love of Christ and the love of God. Yes, yes.
I've had so many Christians say, "Oh, we don't play uh, secular music." In some of us, we call it worldly music, so we don't play secular music. But those that kind of music that really has meaning, very impactful meaning, that when they play it unto you, Paul, like you would shed tears. It will still talk about the love of God, how you can impact somebody's life.
Yeah.
So why do we try to kind of eliminate that kind of
It's interesting to me, personally. I would listen to the song. As long as the song is not vulgar, I have no issues. Somebody, one time, there is a minister who came to church way back, and the question was posed about should Christian play a romantic song in their bedroom? And then people were like, no, no. So she said something like, that card, the love card you buy for your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever, you write, and it says the love words in the card.
right,
How do you know that person is born again?
right,
But I can write there from me to you.
yeah,
And I give it to you.
Yeah.
So you say it is the same way.
exactly,
Because it is the same. If the words they were meaningful and you felt like it was gonna communicate what you wanted to say, to me I would get to the song that way. Like if the song speaks to what I want to convey the message, as long as it's not vulgar, to me it's fine. But now, we go back to our Christians, there are some scriptures who are very spiritual sensitive. They would say that one is a no.
to hell.
Yeah, but in reality, the way we say, we have to be realistic. Yeah, it has to be realistic.
Yeah, and you brought up a really good example, because look at that card.
Yeah.
Very beautiful words.
Yes.
And then the music, very beautiful word. And
Yes.
you know another excuse that they say, that, oh, you don't know what they sacrificed when they are in the studio producing that song. You don't know what you don't know what they were, how they were, they give all this, but do you know what the where they printed that card from? We all don't know.
Yes.
So there's one more interview that I want to watch of this young servant of God, and that talked about love, about agape love. This is what he had to say. Still at a love celebrating event, AWC Agape Love event. And I'm still being joined by different people, and I got hold of this young man, my brother and a friend, a great worshiper at AWC, Mr.
Nathan Tendo.
Nathan Tando. And so today we are celebrating Agape Love as a church. So what does Agape Love mean to you?
Agape love means sacrifice. It means service, to me at least, because that's what Jesus embodied. He did embody kindness, and that's just what it means to me. Just being there for people, showing that I care, and yeah, that's what it is to me.
I'll still ask you the same question that I've been asking the people that I've been able to interview, because I've not gotten the answer that satisfies me.
Okay.
Why do we say that as Christians or born again people, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but we celebrate Agape Love?
To me, I celebrate agape love because it's the only reason I'm here. It's the only reason I'm alive in Christianity. It's why God went ahead and gave his one and only son. I mean, they did read the scripture and then it just says love is kind, love is patient. And you can't really love everyone outside of your family the way you love your wife or
But Valentine love is equally love. Valentine's Day, we are still celebrating love.
but mostly in a lastful way. At least that's what I look at it as. At least that's what it is. Because I'm not married. I'm not dating anyone. So in all honesty, what else am I going to be doing on Valentine besides showing agape love? As a Christian, I don't really have any other alternative. Yeah.
I would like to actually start right from there because I feel like as a single person
Yeah.
who is now married, you should be celebrating more of Valentine's Day because it's more enticing, it's more vibrant, it's more of agape love. So what is really attracting you to this kind of love, the church love, which you can where you can find more vibe and more vibrant love out there.
Yeah, that's a great point. In all honesty, it is enticing. It is very exciting, but it's give to get. That's what I see it as. As for now, I'm here because I'm giving. I already got from Christ, so I'm giving. I'm just giving. That's all I can do here. I'm not here to receive. I'm just here to give love. That's why I'm here. For the ladies out there and the men out there that are enjoying Valentine's Day love, let them enjoy it too because they're in the space for it. I'm just not yet there. So
So to you, agape love, we are celebrating today, the love of Christ is more of unconditional, the selfless love.
yeah, yes, for sure.
So, and why are we actually dressed in black when we are celebrating love? Because black actually represents darkness, uh, sad feelings. Yes, but we're here celebrating. So, tell me about your dress code.
My dress code, I just feel like I look good in black. So if I'm looking good, I'm happy. It doesn't really matter whether whether black represents this to someone else. To me, it represents good vibes, good energy. I'm more of a somber person, to be honest. I don't wear too many shouting colors. I think you look great in black too, by the way. So I'm just dressed in black because I look good for today. That's the only reason.
This is a young boy, Mr. Tendo Nathan. And like you heard, he says that all he knows is the love in the church, the Christian love. He doesn't know the love in the world, Valentine's love, whatever. He doesn't know nothing. This is a young boy who is now married. He's single. That all he knows is about church. And I kind of feel sorry for him. Just like I said in the beginning, reality kicks in. Reality kicks in. You need to know the other side of life. It's not that you have to get involved in that kind of lifestyle. You have to know your boundaries. You have to know where you belong. But you also need, to me, I feel like you also need to know what is happening on the other side. So all he knows is about the agape love, the love of Christ, how Christ died for us on the cross. Are you gonna die on the cross for for your family or for your spouse or what? Are you gonna die on the cross? I mean, somehow, somewhere, we should be really we should slow down with our spiritual life. What do you have to say about this young boy?
To me, I would say, you
It's
see,
a youth in your church.
as my youth actually is one of my favorite guys. Yeah. You see, that's why the Christianity or salvation or the truth, which is the good news about the gospel, it is either black or white. You can't mix it up. So if you want to do the worldly way, you do the worldly way. If you want to do the way of the light, you do the way of the light. And for his perspective, saying that I only know the love, the agape love, that's the only thing I understand, the only love I know. It is we have to give him no benefit of a doubt. That's what he knows. And if that understanding the love of Christ, because you remember, even Christ reminds us, like when he's gonna be of age to get married, he's gonna be told that you have to love your wife as Christ loved the church. If he doesn't know as a Christian the love of Christ, this agape love, there is no way he's gonna push that
Mr.
love.
Njenga, that's
Yes.
why, like,
Yes.
I think people will not understand me.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I could be more spiritual than people who don't understand me. I want to look at the world and see what the world is doing and compare it to my spiritual life
I
and
agree.
get things maybe what they are doing and do it better in the most spiritual way. But if you say that, oh, no, 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 I can't even see there. I can. Just think about that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So that's why people will never understand me. Yes, the Bible says that they should come to us. We should not go to them. But you can go to them with cautiously. Huh?
Yes,
Cautiously.
and I like that. You see. That's why I love Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and the book of Daniel,
Yeah, yeah.
because they had to understand the language of Babylon. They had to eat the food.
Yes.
They had to be taught the language. They had to understand, and they had to be taught the right way of the Babylon for them to go serve. You get it?
Yeah.
So, and that's what right now I'm studying the book of Daniel, is to understand, like, I call it knowing the knowledge of the world,
Yes.
so that you can go to them.
Yes.
And you go with it, because you have to really know what is
Exactly.
happening there.
Exactly.
And that's why they had to teach. And Daniel didn't say, I don't want that name. They didn't say, I don't want to learn that language.
Yeah.
They had to do it.
Yes.
They did it the right way. After they learned it, Daniel is considered among the best
Yeah.
leader, prophet,
Yeah.
teacher, person who has ever lived,
Yeah.
with the amount of wisdom
Right.
and knowledge, and his kind of the time he ruled,
Yes.
with the support he got from God, because he understood them.
They understood it.
Yeah.
And
so
if
it is very important for a Christian to make sure you go to the world and know what is in there.
exactly,
So
yes.
that when you're going there, you're not talking about what you don't know.
Yeah, you are the very person that I should always host here on on Flasher, because now we are in the series of servanthood at church, as
Yes,
you know.
yes,
So,
yes.
how will you serve them? How
Yes.
will you teach them if you don't know them? If you don't know what they are going through, how?
Yes.
So I'm not saying that go out into the world and you enjoy what the world is doing.
That's right.
Yes, but be so cautious. When they come to you, don't say, oh, no, 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 don't sit beside me because you are the person in the world. Let them come to you, and if need be, go to them so you can understand them better. So thank you so much. It was nice having you here on Flash Show. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
And those who are watching us and those who will be watching us, we are trying to see where we stand as Christians, why we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, but we celebrate Agape Love. I was so privileged to be with the youth leader of AWC. And before we end this, I would like you to say your last remarks.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm extremely happy to be hosted by you.
Yeah.
It's an extremely nice show. I like the interaction; it was excellent, and I believe, like most of the Christians, and I like the way it's balanced, so that the people of the world would also understand what is happening, so that it is the way we say we have been taught about the evangelism. Now we're being taught about the servant of God, and for us to go to the world and evangelize and to be servants, we really have to be open-minded. We have to be Christians who understand where, okay, I'm taking this love of Christ. How am I going to break the ice with somebody
Right.
out there?
Right.
Or should I just come with by judgment, or should I come by the good news and all that? So I believe it's a beautiful thing that you're doing. And love, agape love, it's a beautiful thing. And it's Jesus laying his life down for us, and that's what he has requested us to do. It is just to lay our life down for someone else, love others, don't be envious, just live a life full of happiness and action, yeah, because God is love.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you so much, those who will be watching us. Once again, please go ahead and you subscribe to my YouTube channel and like Flash Show. Personally, I think it's better to explore the Valentine's kind of love and then the agape kind of love. But please be cautious in everything that you do. So please stay tuned. And this has been your very own Flavia K.